All right. Good day, everyone. This is another stock analysis with Wilson, and today we are going to be analyzing WAPCO. Yes, WAPCO, the Lafarge Africa PLC. So, as usual, why did I choose to analyze this stock? Or because the government is investing in the industrial sector, and also we are slowly transitioning to the early expansion economic cycle, which actually benefits the industrial sector of the economy more. So, and also aside from WACO, we have Dangote Cement. We also have BUA. Excuse me. We also have BUA Cement. You know, and because of the construction of the Lagos Calabar Highway, that is why these stocks actually have outlook, have a positive outlook. So as you can see, this is area. They call it area, not this is not a candlestick area. I also want to show you how I draw my trend line, and I use this to get a more precise um, trend line so that it can touch all these end pots and give me what I really want at this place. Okay, so we just go here and draw the trend line. Start from here. Always like starting with my trend line because trend is where the money is. Mainly, it's you know trend is where we make more money, and if you can buy a stock in the uptrend and leave it in the long term, there is a very big return for you. So as you can see, this is my trend line. Let me make it more. Uh, okay. All right. So yeah, as you can see, it touched different spots. You can see the trend line touched different spots, like it touched these spots. It's actually touched here, but it's like this place was like a support and resistance area. So it um, did not really go down or break it too much. It was a giving signals of going on an uptrend again. Then it touched here too. So this is the second spot it touched to go up again. Okay. Then we have the final spot, which is where our last uptrend was, which was on the first of this year. Sorry, the second of this year. That is yes, second of this year, January. Okay. Okay, so we start with this trend line first. We draw a long one for long-term analysis. And then we now go to draw the lines for support and resistance. So what I do that when I'm drawing support and resistance, I always try to ensure that it touches at least two spots. Two spots. Okay. So we start here. Touch here. Ensure that it touches at least two spots. Okay. This is it. It touched here where my cursor is, and it also touched here. Okay. Then moving forward, this place um there's no place to touch, so we just leave it like that. Okay. Then we look for another spots that we want to, let's see. As you can see, there's another spot here. these two spots that are here. So we'll put our next trend line there. You can see these two small spots that I touched there. Just to put it there. Okay, and then this one here too. So these spots here, where it acted as a support, this place where it acted as a support, we'll draw the trend line there. And then moving forward, we draw our um resistance line here. See these two um very strong resistance areas. It came here, it went down, it went up, oh, then it came here again, it went down, which actually indicates a very strong support and resistance line. Okay, so we put our line there. Okay, I think that is all. Let's see. Do we have any other thing here? Let me check. Okay, these are another two spots here. Now you can draw a support and resistance line. So we'll put this one here. You can see this spot here. This place one, and then this spot here too. Two. Okay, this is one, and this is two. So these are where we will draw our trend lines. Sorry, or support and resistance line. Then we can now review the charts, see what we are doing. All right, let me just zoom in out a bit. Let's look at, did we do the right thing? Yes, we did. You can see where our support and resist sorry, our trend line started from here. This green line that is here started from here. And this was a resistance level. It was also a resistance level here. As you can see, the wick of these candles touched here. Can look at it closely from, and then there's also a resistance level here, and then this place acted, it broke out this trend line here, but later came out as a support. So that means if we're going to trade this now, we will actually use indicator to know what is actually happening in the market and when to enter. And one of the indicators that I know that actually does it well is always the moving average. Okay, the moving average does it well. So, and then it went on an uptrend rally, and then this is our resistance where we drew the line. Then it came down. This also acted as a resistance too. A resistance. It went. The bulls were trying to take the market up, but it resisted here, and then came down here again. Then we can see this reversal candle is another point where our trend line touched. Okay, this is another point where our trend line touched, and then this is the resistance level. It just played around there, and it was on the same price, but it did not go down. As you can remember, this is another resistance level here in this uptrend. This place I was going up, so this up resisted, came down a bit, then it broke out. That's why this place is also another good resistance area to actually look out for, and almost the same similar pattern. You rebounded back a bit, pulled back a bit, and then went up and then broke it out. And when it broke out, we can see that there are some hammer candlestick patterns that were indicating reversal. Then after this, After going on this brief uptrend, we see another candlestick pattern here, another candlestick pattern in this red place, this place here, where that is indicating hammer, and then it came down again to this, which acted as a kind of a support line, but it did not touch it totally. But however, it's still a support line because it still went up, then resisted here, and then till it side trended till it touched our trend line, and then went on this bull run. Now, the exchange market is not going on that upward rally right now. However, that doesn't mean that we should relax or say, okay, since the market is not doing anything, we should go and sleep. These analyses are just for, let's prepare. We use this analysis to prepare for when that next bull run is going to come, because we might not know when next the bull run will come. We'll just sleep, and then while others are cashing out, we are sleeping because the market is not moving the way we wanted it to move. So after doing this, putting our support and resistance line and trend line, we roll out the indicators. And the one before, I started this channel with Bolliger Bands. However, after following Invest Data's live classes, I discovered that even using moving average is even better. Okay, it's better. So we just bring out moving average. Me, I use the LMA. The name is kind of, that is the moving average, LMA. So, and why do I use it? I use it because it's smoother, and it's actually catches those trend early, those uptrends and downtrends early. As you can see, even all these places that it broke out, it broke over the uptrend. It broke over the trend line or the moving average, and then went on an uptrend. And anytime it goes below the moving average, it will go on a downtrend. Anytime it goes above, it will go on that uptrend. It will try to, anytime it tries to like test the line, it will not go, and to just continue on that uptrend rally. Just continue like that. So this was, even from here, I can see that this is a very long uptrend, and you can see how smooth the moving average is. It's not really, it's also filtering noise. Okay, you can see this downtrend too. When it's in crossed, it just went down. When it crossed here, it's rallied sideways. That is choppy market. Then it went down here, but then later it went up again. Okay, went up here. This place now, in this area now, would have, if you have your stop loss or something, you might have taken out your position around here. Okay, then you wait for the next opportunity, which is here, and then you take it out up here. So all this depends actually, because if there was volume in the market also, and the volume says, okay, there's volume, then okay, this is another signal for entry. Okay, even this candlestick pattern is already giving us a heads up already that it's time to start the trend. So moving forward, let's just go to the recent day. As you can see, it crossed the line and then it went up, but nothing is actually happening here because the market is side trending. It's moving to the side. The prices, there's no price, there's no definite price now. So we just have to wait for the stock to we have to wait for the stock to either pull back, cross this our moving average, and then give us another continuation trade signal, or it will touch this our trend, this our to come here, touch this our resistance line. This is our strong resistance line here, and act as a support, which will now make it rebound and then go back up. Okay, so possible signal places. Let me draw it. I'll put the possible signal place now. From here, this is where I think this is where I think it will. This is where I think it will actually give us that signal. Where I drew this circle, that is where I propose the next signal will be. This circle here will actually show us where our next signal will be. So that is it for WAPCO. That is it for WAPCO. We just wait to see what happens, you know, on WAPCO, and we take our position from there on. And before we go, let's just quickly check other um let's check CWG, because CWG was doing well, but let's see how far and how it reacted to the markets too. So today at CWG, this is still our signal area where we gave our signal last time. As you can see, okay, the market is still trying to, it wants to, is playing around this area. Okay, as you can see, it's playing around this area, CWG. You can see our doja stick. It went on a very brief bull, but it's not that strong. So we're expecting that either it rebounds and goes up, but if it breaks out this line, this our resistance line, and goes down, then we have to expect another signal in this our trend line. So, and looking at um MFI, that is money flow is good. The RSI is not in the overbought region, which is also another good signal. So this is a very good one. If you have a position in CWG, I think we can still leave the position there and continue watching how the price will go. That is that for CWG. Let's quickly see. Maybe Presco should have something to happen as Presco. Okay, Presco. I think Presco is still another side trend. Okay, yeah, still another no price movement today. Just another side trend. So this way I drew a circle. Let's see whether it goes there, or as this line is following this our trend line, this our moving average. If it crosses under, then we should start expecting to enter very soon. Because Presco, the chart is not that complicated to understand. Okay. All right. So let's go. Yeah, that is that for today. That is that for today. And finally, before I go, this we're supposed to check the volume. Actually, for now, for now, this is the volume that started this trend was strong. So we are actually waiting for a continuation trade here. So we're waiting for the market to rebound and go back. If we have a bearish volume, then we should start looking for a bullish volume. But since we don't have a bullish volume, okay, let me zoom out this volume, please. If you don't have a bullish volume, like if you have had a bearish volume like this one that crossed the line, then we'll start looking for a new bull volume. But we have been seeing a green all the way. And then money flow is not looking bad, is in our region. And then we have RSI is in the overbought region, which means that if you have a position, then you start looking for strategizing on taking out your position and waiting for another opportunity to buy. Okay, because the markets may come down and come down very well.